Why you need to remove the narcissist. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So you need to remove the narcissist, probably from your house, maybe your city, your town, definitely your mind. By now you figured out you have to cut the 4 ties: the emotional, the financial, the physical, and the spiritual tie from this person. You figured out also that this person isn't who they claimed to be. You also have deduced that they only got worse over time, that they weren't committed in any relationship with you, and they can't be committed in any relationship with anybody, that they probably just wanted to continue to zap or steal your energy, stay in your proximity, have you paying their way through life, meaning maybe you put a roof over their head. Maybe you went back for round 2, 3, 4, I can't tell you. Maybe you divorced the narcissist and they still left things in your house. Maybe they're trying to financially abuse you more by hiding assets. Maybe they are dragging out the legal system, the court system. Maybe you have relocated. Maybe you've moved 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 miles away from this person. You've rebuilt, and maybe a flying monkey pops up. Or maybe the narcissists themselves have sent you an email using a bogus account or a phone call on a burner phone number. I can't tell you. What I can tell you is you need to remove the narcissist from your life. If not now, when? You see, you weren't taught this in school. You weren't educated on narcissism. You didn't know that another person could look similar to you, act, associate themselves with you, assimilate themselves with you, act similar to you, but actually behind their mask, the illusion that they were portraying or showing you, that they had disdain for you, that they were envious of you and they were jealous of you, and that they wanted to take whatever they could from you. Well, this is now what the narcissist has been doing since time began. It's what they did before they met you. It's what they did with you, and it's what they're doing right now. Remember, the narcissist is a shapeshifter. They will approach people in different entities, different human vehicles, or different vehicles called human bodies. And they will be tall, they will be shorter, they will be chubby, they will be thin, in great shape. They won't be in great shape. They'll be young, they'll be old. They will continue to try to steal your energy and stay in your mind and stay around you, to consume you until you remove them from your life. Now, fast forwarding, once you figure out what narcissism is and you realize that it changed your life forever, it shifted your whole perspective on how things are. It taught you a lifelong learning lesson that you want nothing to do with these people. It also taught you that there are toxic people out there and that you now have to have boundaries and you have to maintain them, which is why in almost every video I've created for 5 years almost, I've shared you need to go no contact, block that person, delete them, remove them and all flying monkeys and people associated with them. If not now, when? If you haven't done it, you will. By the time you're ready, you will do it. Let's put it like that. Having said all these things, the healing path is not linear. It will take time. It will take a lot of time. But in your time, you will heal if you utilize the tools that are provided for you with each and every video. And one of the main things for this video is realizing you will have to remove the narcissist from your life. Maybe the narcissist is an adult child. Maybe they are a former romantic relationship. Maybe it's your sibling. Maybe it's your parent. Maybe it's your roommate. Maybe it's your colleague, the person you work with. Maybe it's the person you started a business with. Maybe it is your best friend's husband or wife. I can't tell you who the person is. What I can tell you is the more information that you shared with them about you, or the more they learned about you, the more they wanted to keep you trapped and they wanted to steal things from you. And the less you allowed them to know about you, the better off you got, which is why I shared in so many videos. Once you realize who the narcissist is, you can't unsee what you've seen. Once you see it and you wrap your head around what toxicity is, you should want nothing to do with it. Now, it's not that easy because there are steps you'll have to take and you'll have to remove yourself slowly, methodically, patiently, and not every removal of a toxic narcissistic relationship is easy, anything but that. But once you understand that removing them out of your life is one of the best things you will do, that's when you begin to understand all the energy that they were stealing from you. It goes back into you. Now, I bounced around in the video early on here a few times to let you know a couple things. One, removal of the narcissist is necessary. Number two, they did and or do want to continue to disrupt your energy. Number three, they do enjoy living in people's minds rent-free. Number four, removing this person, it will take time and it will be a challenge. It won't be easy. I did it. If I did it, you can do it. What you must understand is when you're trapped in the narcissistic abusive cycle, maybe even caught up in the trauma bond, it is a very debilitating, life-threatening, and challenging space. Also, when you are giving to a fault and you're committed in a relationship with a person who's trying to destroy your life, that is a very vulnerable position to be in also. When you wrap your head around that the person you're considering never cared about you, they didn't love you, they don't love you now, they don't love anybody. They just wanted to use you as a fuel source, as a catalyst to propel them from one period of their life to the next leg, whether that leg lasted a day, a week, a month, a year, 30 years or more. That's exactly what the narcissist was doing. And they tried to consume you and keep you trapped in that relationship or in the narcissistic fog as long as they could. When you wrap your head around those things, then you realize, wait a minute, there's so much out there for me. This is a huge planet. There are so many people. There are 8.3 almost billion people out there with a B. And you deserve better than being trapped in a narcissistic relationship. Again, you didn't know this. You didn't know what narcissism was. Maybe you didn't even know what empathy was, or that you will have a high level of empathy. Any way you look at it, you need to remove this person from your life, because as long as you are tethered to that person, they will continue to disrupt your energy. They will continue to blame you, continue to drag things out, continue to leave things in your house, continue to drag out the legal system, the court system, the custody, the assets, the 401k. They will continue to use the smear campaign, which has been going on all around you probably since the day you met them. They will continue to claim that they're the victim, that you're the villain, and that you're the bad person and they did nothing wrong. They will paint the narrative however they want to, as long as they have an audience to perform for. Now, the audiences that the narcissist performs for, many times it's one person, that's when it was the two of you. Many times it's for more than one person, when it was you and let's say you went out on a couple's dinner. Maybe it was more than a couple people when you went to a wedding or a graduation or attended an event or something. But the narcissist is always performing. And what they want to perform for is they want to perform for whomever they are on display for. Now, once you wrap your head around that, you realize that this person you're thinking about, considering, they are not authentic. They're not genuine. They're not a real person the way you are. All they do is mimic back to other people what they stole from other sources of supply. That's why the narcissist has no originality. That's why there's no substance to them. That's why they're cowards. That's why they're bullies. That's why they don't change. They only shed the skin of one relationship and they put on a new skin for a new relationship. Notice the analogy there, read between the lines. But the further you get away from this person, the more your mind gets clear. The clearer your mind gets, the stronger you get. The stronger you get, the weaker the narcissist gets. The weaker they get, the more you realize what damage they did to you. The more you realize that, then you understand eventually that, yes, you have to remove yourself from the relationship. Now, most of us who've made it this far in the video, and I am included because I'm creating it, we were either discarded, most of us, or we were strong enough to exit the relationship ourselves. That is a smaller bucket of people, the people that were strong enough to remove themselves from the relationship. There are other people who are still watching the video, and thank you for being here. You're trapped in it, and you may not see a way out. Maybe you're reliant upon the narcissist for food and for shelter and paying tuition or whatever it is, or you're still tethered to them and your car is in their name, or there's financial ties, whatever it is. Any way you look at it, if you're still in the relationship and you are looking to develop, create, and execute your exit plan, you will have to do that methodically. You will have to do it patiently. You will have to have a plan. And when you are ready, not when I'm ready or someone else is telling you to be ready, when you're ready, you will execute the plan. You must remember we are all on the healing path headed in the same direction, simply taking different footsteps, which means maybe you had more moving parts than I did when you were removing yourself from the narcissist. Maybe you had less moving parts. Any way you look at it, we all experience gaslighting, stonewalling, the silent treatment, financial abuse, verbal abuse, rage fits, projection, mirroring, object constancy, and so many other things that the narcissist threw at us. But we didn't know that these things had definitions for the behaviors. Now you're applying the wisdom that you're acquiring by putting your real life experiences and comparing that with the narcissistic abusive cycle, basically the dictionary, and that equals wisdom. This wisdom you will use to catapult you forward and remove the narcissist from your life. See, that's what I've done. And if I did it against all odds during a pandemic, believe me, you can do it too in this present day, no matter what year it is, no matter when you're watching this video. Any way you look at it, you will have to get this person out of your proximity, out of your energy field, and out of your mindset, and you'll have to cut those 4 ties. Again, they're the emotional, the financial, the physical, and the spiritual tie. As you're cutting those, you will realize that these things will be challenging, they will be difficult, they will be cumbersome, they won't go the way you want them to go many times, but as you cut them, you get stronger. And I've already shared with you how you get stronger. But the removal of the narcissist is instrumental, because if you're still tethered to that person, or you still have to live in the same household as them, or on the same street, or the same building, or whatever it is, they will continue to try to steal your energy, whether they are there or not. Here's a prime example. Let's say that your roommate is the narcissist, and let's say you figured this out and you knew it for a while, and you're still on the lease for another 6 months. Well, you can't break the lease because times are tough and not many people have money, myself included. Well, you have to be there for 6 months. So what are you going to do? This is a microcosm of an example of what I will share with you on one or a couple of the things you could do to help yourself. Basically removing the narcissist from your life. What you want to be doing is you want to be having a small footprint. You want to maintain your boundaries. You want to do whatever you have to do because you're the roommate. You want to stay in the lease as long as you need to, not have to, but need to. And then you want to look for a place to be moving. Now, it's not that simple. I'm just going to give you an overview because I can't share everything, because the narcissist is probably watching this video. And if you are a narcissist, please leave. You're not welcome here. But for those of us who are healing, or who have healed, or are coming back to get our cup full and understanding that we had to remove the narcissist from our lives, or maybe the narcissist discarded us, but then we figured it out and put 2 and 2 together, and now we've fully removed the narcissist from our lives. Once we realize those things, then we understand, wow, there is so much abundance out there for me. There's so much abundance out there for you. But this is abundance that you could not participate in. You couldn't experience it when you were with the narcissist because they were stealing everything from you. Again, think about this. When you would come home and you would open the front door, who would be there? Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde? When you would be ordering food, let's say you were in a restaurant and you were going to get a pizza, as an example, and you wanted to get pepperoni and pineapple, and they would give you a look like, who puts pineapple on their pizza? Like, really? That's disgusting. And then what do? They throw anchovies and special cheese on it, and you're like, really? Well, this is what they do, because they want to do what they want to do, but they want to punish you for having an idea and for being yourself. When that all goes away, you can go to a restaurant by yourself or with someone or with a group of people, and you can order all the Hawaiian pizzas you want to. It's up to you. But you can't do it when you're with the narcissist. That's one example. The narcissist wants to continue to swarm around you, have you doubt yourself, have you not believe in yourself, tell you you're worthless, that you'll never find anybody like them, you can't do better than them, you should be lucky to be with them. And the whole time they're telling you those kind of things, they are telling you to pay their way through life. Put a roof over their head, put the mortgage in, put the lease under your name, you're paying all the bills and everything, pay for their Amazon, pay for their cell phone, fix their car, make sure that they have the special kind of food in the house, and so much more. When that all goes away, and over time it will, you realize your money is returning, your mindset is returning, your clarity is returning, and the removal of the narcissist was necessary. You cannot advance in life. You cannot have peace of mind. You cannot have serenity. You cannot have calmness. You can't find your purpose when you're still tethered to these people. And you may take the other side and say, well, no, actually, I have done great, and I've been with the narcissist for 30 years, and I didn't know what narcissism was. I just figured it out maybe a year ago or half a year ago, and I'm doing fantastic. Well, that's amazing that maybe that is your circumstance, but you're still here getting the wisdom. So imagine if you weren't with the narcissist for the past 30 years, what you could have done. You see, they were still weighing you down. They were still anchoring you down. Excuse me, they anchored me down. They anchor everybody down. That's why the narcissist wants to dump all their toxicity, all their negativity, and all their problems into other people and have those people do things for them. This is why the narcissist is always in a jam. They're always in a bind. This is why there's always drama that surrounds the narcissist. This is why there's always uncertainty. This is why you never know where the narcissist is when they weren't with you, but even when they were with you, you never knew where they were mentally because they were checked out on one of their 3 smartphones, probably looking for your replacement. You will never have common ground with the narcissist. You will never be able to sleep properly. You will always be looking over your shoulder or behind your back. You'll be looking for missing items that perhaps were broken, stolen, hidden, or misplaced intentionally. You will be hung up on. You will be triangulated. You will be blamed for taking a vacation this year that cost you $4,000 because last year's vacation cost you $3,000 and this year it was $4,000, but they wanted an $8,000 vacation. The whole point is it will never be enough for these sinking ships. It will never be enough for these ticking time bombs, and they always want more, more, and more. They will never, and I mean never, be happy. They will never be satiated. They'll never be satisfied. Once they get what they want, they don't want it any longer. Once they get access to somebody, they take them for granted. Once they take that person for granted, they begin to reveal themselves and remove the mask again and again and again. And the weight of that toxicity, verbal abuse, financial abuse, mental abuse, maybe physical abuse and financial abuse, if I didn't say that, or spiritual abuse, it is very challenging to say the least, because you have one person who's healthy and stable, like myself or you, putting out the fires for an unstable or unhealthy person who is trapped in the mindset of negativity, of lack, and of misdirection, and of abuse. And that person is the narcissist. That's why these people, i.e. the narcissist, they need people to regulate them. That's what you did for quite a long period of time. That's what I did as well. When you no longer do that, you remove the narcissist from your energy field, from your day-to-day activities, from your email, from your phone, from every way possible, which is why I suggest in so many videos, and I'll do it again and I'll close the video, anyone who is 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 steps away from the narcissist, they should go. And you may say, yeah, I get 1 or 2 steps, but 3 or 4? Well, think about it. What's a flying monkey? Flying monkey is a person who is reporting back to the narcissist on what you are doing or what you were doing or what's going on in the neighborhood or at the office or in the yoga class or whatever. A flying monkey can know that they are a flying monkey, and a flying monkey cannot know that they're a flying monkey. Example, a little kid. That's a little child. They are flying monkeys, but they don't realize it because they're little kids. Well, what does the narcissist do? They send in the kids, and you should know this if you were a parent or a step-parent, they use the kids as pawns and puppets to do the bidding for them. They report back to the narcissist what you were doing or what you weren't doing or what you said or what you didn't say, and then they weaponize it against you and they drive a wedge between you and the kid. This is what they do. It's what they've done since time began, and it's what they're doing right now. That's why the removal of the narcissist is imperative. You need to understand this. So if you were discarded, my heart goes out to you. If you ended it yourself, my heart goes out to you. If you're still trapped in the narcissistic abusive cycle, or you're still trapped in the proximity of the narcissist, I strongly suggest you get ready to create, develop, and execute your exit plan. When you're ready, you will do it. Don't let anybody force you into doing it. Don't let anybody misguide you and tell you have to do it tomorrow. You do it when you're ready. But you need to understand something. When you remove the narcissist, things improve. Do they improve overnight? No. But do they improve over time? Yes, they do. And eventually you will get to a place of abundance. You will get to a place of peace, of serenity, and of nothing but calmness, purpose, direction, and fulfillment. And that's what the narcissist didn't want you to do. The narcissist wanted you working for them, doing everything for them, and taking the abuse, the toxicity, the manipulation, and all of the negative energy on for yourself. Eventually, all of these relationships end up in Destructionsville, and they all have an expiration date, which is why, before I close the video, you need to remove the narcissist from your life, which means deny access, go no contact, get off their radar, and begin to heal. And if you've already done all those things, thank you for coming back and keeping your cup full. Understand that you are an amazing person. You're loved, you're honored, you're cherished, you're respected, you are needed, and you are beautiful and blessed. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning. No matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. I love you all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. And there is an owl over there in the woods. I don't know if you heard a little bit, a little hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo. I can't see where he or she is, but there are owls out here, so I guess it's that time of year. It's really cold here. It's going to get colder, so I'm going to go head back. I want to let you know something. The removal of the narcissist, what it means is no communication, no contact. Get away from them. Stay away from them. Maintain your boundaries. Don't give them any more chances to infiltrate your life. Don't think they can change because they won't. Don't think they care about you because they don't. Don't think that they'll ever improve and be accountable or apologize or introspect. They won't. They can't. They never could before. They're not going to miraculously change now. There's the owl. So understand something. This is your journey. It's your life, and it should be toxic relationship free. I love you all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Bye.